So choose a nice dark colored Western red cedar board, run a string line down it, and cut off 45 degrees. You can use that strip for crown molding later. The dark color is from the heartwood, that's decay resistant wood. And then we'll run a heat resistant silicone along the top, a little caulking bead. And while it's wet, take that high temp aluminum foil tape and run it across where it's just overlapping the edge a little bit. And that creates a system where when the moisture runs down the foil wall, it comes right down the face of the board. And later I caulk the board right to the floor, and then you can just mop it up to keep it clean. Planing these boards, these were rough side graded. That took a few years off my life, planing all these boards, sanding them up, working from the coarse grit to the fine grit, and then finishing off by hand. They look wonderful though. Then with the tongue and groove cedar, I'm starting with at the top, and then working my way down with a 16 gauge finish nail. Nail it in at angles from the bottom, so it's all blind nailed. You don't have any metal that's going to be, touching your skin and burning people. Where it's going to be hidden behind benches, you can go ahead and face nail it, or I also have some finish screws that look really nice. They just punch down beneath the surface. And you don't need to worry about face nailing along the edges. Anywhere there's a joint, you're going to put trim over it anyway. So here I put the clear cedar right where people would lean on their way out the door, and then the darker colored cedar where it's more decay resistant along the floor. Creates kind of a pattern, but I want things to be visually interesting when folks are sitting in the sauna. And I don't know, you can't help but sort the boards and put them in the right places. So whenever you get to the bottom, you want to do the last two boards at once, because once you put in the second to last board, the last one won't go in. So you want to fill in that last little space, do the last two boards at once, and then I was just face nailing all around the edge. Well, some folks would say you need to put lathings between the cedar paneling and the foil vapor barrier, but I don't know, I was reading Glenn Auerbach's book, and it seems like there's multiple ways to do it, and I know cedar breathes really well. So the lathing's behind the foil, everything's separated from the wall cavity, and I'm gonna blast this thing with a big Kuma stove, so I'm not worried about it at all. Everything dries out, so this came together really well. Oh, it feels so nice to fill in all the holes, and you don't see any aluminum foil showing through. Finish things off, you cover all the face nails with a nice trim strip. I sanded these down and chose the clearest cedar that I could. And then we've got a trim around the windows, and it's always a challenge, right? You want to get that 45-degree angle really tight. I think this is the best I ever did in my life. So proud of it. Anytime you see the 45-degree match up tightly in the corners, that's somebody took pride in that work. And then this, how satisfying is that? Little vent system, handmade. Feels great.